Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady, members of Congress, and my fellow Americans, America is back. 6 weeks ago I stood in this Capitol and declared the dawn of America's golden age. Since then we've moved fast, accomplishing more in 43 days than most administrations do in years. Our momentum, spirit, pride, and confidence are surging. The American dream is unstoppable, and we're on the verge of a comeback, like the world has never seen. The election on November 5th was a historic mandate. We won all 7 swing states. 312 electoral college votes, the popular vote, and 2,700 counties to 525. For the first time in decades, more Americans believe we're headed in the right direction, a 27-point swing. Small business optimism jumped 41 points in a month. I've signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken over 400 actions to restore common sense, safety, and wealth. They say our first month is the most successful in history, second only to George Washington. We'll take it. Border security. Within hours of taking office, I declared a national emergency at our southern border and deployed the military and border patrol. Illegal crossings last month hit an all-time low. They heard me and stayed away. Compare that to Joe Biden, the worst president ever, who let in murderers, drug dealers, and gang members by the hundreds of thousands. Democrats here won't clap for this or anything. I could cure disease or stop crime, and they'd sit there, sad. But tonight, let's unite for America's wins and make it great. Economic moves. We've frozen federal hiring, new regulations, and foreign aid. I killed the Green New Deal scam, pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord. The WHO and the U.S. Human Rights Council. We ended Biden's electric vehicle mandate and environmental rules that choked us. For every new regulation, we're cutting 10 old ones like my first term. Federal workers are back in the office or out of a job. We've stopped government censorship, restored free speech, and made English our official language. I renamed the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America, and Mount McKinley for President McKinley again. DEI and critical race theory are gone from government, schools, and the military. Hiring is now based on merit. Thank you, Supreme Court. Men are banned from women's sports. Ask Peyton McNabb, here tonight, whose career ended from a male player's hit. Stools comply or they lose funding. Economy and inflation. We inherited an economic mess from Biden. Worst inflation in 48 years. Egg prices went wild. We're fixing it by slashing energy costs. I declared a national energy emergency. Drill, baby, drill. We've got more oil and gas than anyone, and we're using it. A massive natural gas pipeline in Alaska is coming, with trillions from Japan and South Korea. We're also expanding mineral production here. To cut waste, I created the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, led by Elon Musk, here tonight. We've already found billions in fraud. $22 billion for illegal aliens housing, $8 million for transgender mice, $59 million for migrant hotels. We're taking that money back to fight inflation and debt. Social Security and Gold Card. Social Security fraud is shocking. Millions listed as 100 to 360 years old, still getting paid. We're stopping it to protect our seniors. Interest rates just dropped. Beautiful. Soon we'll balance the budget, unseen in 24 years. Introducing the Gold Card for $5 million. Job creators worldwide can buy U.S. citizenship, pay taxes here, and hire grads to stay. While we deport criminals, we'll bring in brilliant minds to reduce our debt, taxes, and trade. Congress passed tax cuts for all, no tax on tips, overtime, or Social Security deductible car loan interest for American-made cars. Auto plants are booming. Honda's new one in Indiana, thanks to tariffs. On April 2nd, Reciprocal tariffs start if they tax us, we tax them. Europe, China, India, Mexico, decades of ripping us off, and now we'll take in trillions, create jobs, and protect farmers with tariffs on foreign goods. American steelworker Jeff Denard from Alabama, here tonight, embodies why tariffs matter. They protect our soul. Borders and crime. Biden let in 21 million, including killers like those who murdered Laken Riley and Jocelyn Nungare. Their moms, Alison and Alexis, are here. I signed the Laken Riley Act for detention and renamed a refuge for Jocelyn. We've labeled Trendy Aragua and Cartels terrorists. They're leaving or facing justice. Border Patrol's Roberto Ordaz, here tonight, heroically fought cartel gunmen. Mexico just handed over 29 cartel leaders. Tariffs work. Congress, fund the biggest deportation ever. Closing. We're restoring law and order, backing police with the death penalty for cop killers. Ask Stephanie Diller, widow of slain officer Jonathan, here tonight. We're ending wars. Zelensky and Russia signal peace. I believe God saved me in Butler, where Cory Comparator died shielding his family. They're here too. America's golden age is here. We'll build the freest, wealthiest nation ever, plant our flag on Mars, and renew the American dream. God bless you, and God bless America.